a few months actually since I've been out. I think it's the end of August, and the last time I think was the start of June. So I'm really pleased to be back out. I'm just up from Dundonald. I've been walking for about an hour, and I am heading up Teallach to hopefully camp near the summit. I haven't done much filming because it's the end of the day. It's just about 6 p.m. and the sun sets I think 8:15, so I need to get a move on to try and get up there before the sun sets. The weather's been really bad in the northwest this summer, but you can see probably I've seemed to got lucky today, and there's some blue sky behind me, and you can probably see that the sun's out at my back, so it's looking good at the moment, and we'll see how it is when I get up there. Decision time for me. You can see Teallach behind me, I think, and I'm just deciding whether I should try and pitch on the summit. I've not been up there before. I think it's very small, so I'm slightly concerned that I go up there and then there's nowhere to pitch. Having said that, here isn't too much better. You can maybe see it's very rocky. So yeah, decision time. I'm not quite sure. I'm tempted to find somewhere here even if it's a bit rocky, because the view is still fantastic from here. It won't be that much better from Teallach. Right, you can see one of Teallach's peaks behind me, and I can see the trig point quite clearly, and it's just the trig point and not much more, so I strongly suspect there's nothing up there that I could pitch on. I can't be bothered walking all that way up to find that out tonight, so I am going to pitch down there. There's a tiny bit of grass that'll do, and I'll still get a really good view as the sun goes down, and then probably get up and go up Teallach for sunrise. That's the rough plan, at least. You can see the wee path winding its way up, and then hopefully you can make out the trig point. It does look very small in terms of the size of the summit. Fionn, I think it is, just behind in the shadow, and then looking out to the west coast. The tent all set up. You can see that got good views behind me to Teallach. This is really the only bit I could camp at, I decided. There's a bit of flat grass, and I do think the summit's going to be too small to camp on, but we'll find out tomorrow. But great views behind me. I'm going to go and see the sunset just up there once my dinner's finished heating, and good views over that way too. So a nice wee spot. Wee tiny stove today. Just heating some water for dinner. The sun's just set, you can see. That's out towards Lewis. And Teallach has got a bit of cloud hanging on it, which is very pretty, but probably quite glad that I wasn't, or that I didn't choose to camp there. I had thought about camping. Can I do this? In here, in the coal between the two. It's now covered in cloud. So, quite pleased. My tent's just out of sight, but it's literally just in that wee dip there. So I'm going to watch the sunset spread a little for a few minutes, maybe more, and then go to the tent. I'm going to get up early in the morning, I think, to see the sunrise, although there may be mist or fog, so there might not be a sunrise, but we'll see. Let's see what sort of morning we've got this morning. Well, it's lower cloud and very cloudy over there. It was the forecast that might happen, so I think it'll burn off. It's about half an hour before sunrise. Hopefully we'll get some sort of view. Leave no trace, as always. Gonna head up into the cloud. Hopefully it'll clear. It definitely did clear, as you can see. I walked up and punctured through the cloud and was greeted with the most amazing views, and this fantastic cloud inversion, and you can see there a Brocken Spectre as well. So just an absolutely fantastic start to the day when it hadn't looked maybe quite as good when I'd poked my head out the tent. Hopefully you enjoyed the footage from the top of the first summit of Teallach, and you can see the ridge behind me. That's what I'm going to go on and do today. Fantastic views this morning, but a kind of partial cloud inversion, and yeah, lovely blue sky now, in contrast to where it was at camp. I'll show you just a little bit more of that. You can see it's just fantastic. A few mountain goats for company. Looking back to Teallach there, clouds coming in a wee bit, but it's quite atmospheric. Just sitting right at the cloud level, so it's coming up round my feet. And now gonna drop down to Fisherfield and head into the Fisherfield, which is there. Fisherfield bossy. think I told you I was coming off Teallach, so I did that, and I think I came off about 10 AM this morning, and then I have traversed over from there past Cheneval Bothy, and I've been walking for about 4 hours. It's now around 2. You can see it's very warm and sunny, which is nice, although dehydration can be an issue. But I've just stopped to get some water, and then I'm going to work my way up this hill here. I think it's Rústachmór, the red hill, anyway, the big red hill, something like that. And from a distance you can see that it is red, although up close less so. So I'm not sure if there's a path, but I need to work my way up there. It looks like it's going to be hard work. The view to Teallach, Bheinn more around to Bheinn and Bheinn. You can see the tennis court there, Slioch, and the Bheinn there. Two lovely wee lochans in the middle of nowhere. Fantastic. The view from the summit of Bheinn. That's where I've come from, and Teallach, and there, Rústachmór. That's the other 3 Fisherfield Munros there, Bheinn and so on, Bheinn. Loch Marie there, Slioch. And this incredible view out to the west coast. Fantastic view. So I've been having a wee rest, a wee lie down. Pitched the tent about half an hour ago, I think, 5:30, it's now 6. I've got my washing up, you can see, and I'm enjoying the views still from the tent. I'll make some dinner in a wee while and then head back up. I'm just camped off the summit of Bheinn. That's the actual summit. I've been up there already and there wasn't really any good spots, whereas here there's this really big flat grassy bit, so it's ideal. So I'll make some dinner and take it up there and watch the sunset, I think, and then I'll probably take an early night because the forecast for Saturday, today's Wednesday, the forecast for Saturday isn't very good, so I probably want to bring some of my plans forward a wee bit, and that probably means making a big day of it tomorrow and getting up early, but we'll see. But pleased with today, lovely weather, obviously, very warm, but really, really pleasant now. There's just a small bit of wind, but still really sunny. So yeah, couldn't ask for more. Brilliant. The sunset from Bheinn. I think it's the most remote Munro, as far as I know. That's in Teallach. And some people say it's the Munro with the best view. It certainly is a good view. The sunset over Lewis, just about to go down. Just surrounded by hills here. Sunrise over on Teallach. I'm up early, just about to get going. Want to cover a fair bit of ground today. There's a Bheinn, and you can just see my tent. I think I'm just packing it up right now. That's where I was last night. I've just been working my way over this ground here. It's fairly heavily going, and a steep climb up. The sun's much higher now, so you're kind of losing the definition in the hills. But that's where I'm headed. You can see the tennis court, the flat bit there. So, press on. Not much footage today. The GoPro's got a problem with it, so I'm not really able to film as much. But I'm on the third Munro of the morning. It's just after 10. So going quite well, and the weather is lovely. I'll see if I can show you some of the footage, some of the views, sorry. I've left my rucksack at Teallach back there, so I'm just carrying my handbag, which is nice and light, so that makes the going a bit easier. Just come down from that Teallach there where I left my bag. That's more or less the summit of one of the hills, and then there was another one beyond it. I'm in this huge and really pretty quarry, and then I'm walking down a long walk down the glen there. I've come from way up there down onto this lovely wee stony beach. That's Loch Fada, and that's Slioch. Not sure I'm going to have time to do it, but we'll see. I'm working my way up Slioch. Had a long slog over from Fisherfield over to Slioch, but it's late afternoon, so I just decided to go for it. So I'm working my way up. I'm in a lovely corrie again. It would have been ideal to camp, but the wind's to pick up and the Lanshan isn't really capable in the wind, and also I can be bothered carrying that bag again up another Monroe. So just got the handbag on again and see how long it takes to get up there. The summit of Slioch at last. A tough day getting here, but the views are fantastic. I'll show you them in a second. I hadn't appreciated just how good the views from Slioch were. So pleased to have made it, and pleased to do it in the good weather. Tent pitched. It's got a nice view over to the Torridon Giants over there, but that's about it. It's all heathery. I couldn't find anything better, and basically it's almost sunset, so a good view but not too much else on. There's water close by, so that's good compared to the summit camps. Hopefully be okay. It's a lovely morning. I got up and packed up quite quickly, although there was a breeze to keep the midges away, but it wasn't a great night. There was a lot of midges and they ended up getting into my tent, which was an error on my part. So just packed up and left, and I'm now walking towards Kinloch. The weather's to be, or the wind has to be extremely strong tomorrow, so I've had to try and bring everything forward. Doing Slioch yesterday, which was quite a push, and then I'm hoping that I can maybe catch a bus from Kinloch along to Achnashin, which would save me, I think, 15 kilometres or something like that. Otherwise I'd still have 50 kilometres to do between today and tomorrow, which is doable, but I need to be up and down the hill that I'm trying to do, Fionn, Bheinn, today, which means I would need to do something like 30 kilometres today plus a Monroe, which is possible but makes for a very long day. So, Wittering, if I can get this bus, then that would help. The plan's also to restock in Kinloch. I've got probably enough food nearly, but I could do with a little bit more for tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Fantastic wee facility in Kinloch. Used the toilet and filled up with fresh water and got rid of my rubbish, so a good stop. So a decent stop in Kinloch. Had a bacon roll and a coffee at the service station, which is excellent. Unfortunately no bus, only runs twice a week, and in spite of the timetable saying it's today, it turns out it's tomorrow. So no taxi either, so I'm currently hitching on the road, but no joy so far. So it could be a very long walk to Achnasheen, and then after a long road walk I need to start climbing the Monroe. So today is looking tougher than I expected. It's all because of the weather coming in tomorrow. Got really high winds into the late 50 mile an hour, and if you see my video on Ben Wivis, then you'll see that it's very dangerous to walk in that kind of wind. So I need to try and get up the hill today, which is putting the pressure on yesterday and now onto today. So we will see what happens, but it's looking like a long one at the moment. Well, fast forward and I'm in Achnasheen. Thank goodness. 10 minutes in a car. Someone picked me up, which was so kind of them, and I'm able to set off without any time constraint, which is fantastic. So happy. This wee wall, or big wall, kind of like the famine wall in Bheinn, you know, just a wall in the middle of nowhere. I don't know the history of who built it or why. I've dropped down the grassy shoulder from up there, very easy going, and now I am working my way across open ground to Loch Fannick there, and I need to then go in between two of the Monroes, I think Scourmore, somewhere I've been before anyway. But we'll keep going. It's fairly heavy going when there's no path, but I can pick up a path over there, you might be able to make it out. After enjoying a bath, climbed up to the Teallach between Scourbrek and Scournaich, and been here the year before on my Fanix trip. So it took a wee bit of time to look at the view, but the cloud and the wind were closing in. I think I've mentioned that the winds are going to pick up this evening, so I've tried to pitch in a decent spot, but also in a place that will give me a bit of natural shelter from the wind. Hopefully that will. It'll be quite noisy next to the river, and at the moment there's too much shelter because the midges are causing me problems, but hopefully be a good spot. It's certainly flat and pleasant near the water, so hopefully be good. And it's got a wee bit of a view down the river, a bit different to the previous nights. No sunset tonight, but I'm enjoying lying in the tent watching the last of the light go from the sky. Let's see what sort of morning we've got this morning. Very nice. Getting the coffee on. Leave no trace as always, just the flattened grass. Just met a chap heading up onto the hills. Not sure how he'll get on with the winds that are forecast, but said he would turn back if they were too bad, so I think that's the right approach. But I'm headed down the way, down to those trees, and pick up my bicycle.